Good evening, you're watching Estuary News. Coming up, we meet school children from Grimsby who are becoming entrepreneurs. We find out about plans to redevelop the area around Grimsby Minster. We have another canine looking for a home in our weekly feature, Dog of the Week. And my guests tonight are Debbie Matthews and Tony Forrester, here to talk about the Freedom Centre's 10th birthday. Welcome to Estuary TV News. I'm Hugh Riches. Over now for the news headlines.
Hundreds of steelworkers from across not only our region but the UK will be travelling to the original steel city, Sheffield, for a Save Our Steel march and rally this Saturday. It comes just after MPs Martin Vickers for Cleethorpes, Andrew Percy for Brigg and Goole and Nick Dakin representing Scunthorpe met with the Prime Minister to look at what can be done to save the industry and support the workers and their families. Elsewhere, more than 40 homeless people in Hull have already benefited from a new scheme which allows members of the public to buy them food and drink. Inspired Cafe on George Street has been open for around a month, acting as a safe haven for people who've fallen on hard times. Dave Edison is a Chief Officer of Inspired Communities, the charity behind the cafe, and explains how the voucher scheme works.
If somebody is issued with a voucher, they can just come into the shop and hand the voucher over, so that when they could be stood in the queue, and rather than asking for a drink, like asking whether it's free or not, and they can just literally come in and that is their cash, you know, the voucher, they hand it over at the counter, and we could have a cafe full of people and nobody would know any different as to whether they were paying for it or benefiting from it.
Teenage girls across Hull and North East Lincolnshire are being warned to be on their guard against online sex offenders posing as modelling agents. There have been a number of incidents reported to Humberside Police since January, and it's feared others may have been targeted but are too ashamed or embarrassed to come forward. In other news, two budding performers from Grimsby say without the support they've received in the town, they wouldn't be on the brink of realising their dreams. Evangeline Henderson, who is getting ready to apply for drama school, and Olivia Thomas, who is a budding musician, say taking part in events such as the Bradley Youth Festival of the Arts has been instrumental in their professional development and are urging other youngsters to get involved.
The festival's about a really good experience to come together and just celebrate each other's love for drama, I think, and you can come and just really experiment with pieces and get some very personalised feedback to you, which is really good, and also just increases your confidence because every year, you know, you watch people and they grow, and you know, I've come a long way from the first festival that I ever did, and it's just a really supportive experience.
I've done festivals in singing, drama and playing the piano, but also it's just celebrating what you've been doing over the past few months or years, and you know, everyone comes together and we all share the same interests, so it's really nice.
Well, if you do have any stories, you can give us a ring on 01472 315561. Contact us on Facebook or Twitter at Estuary TV, or send us an email, news@estuary.tv. But until next time, goodbye.
What services would you like to see Grimsby Minster provide apart from services? That's the question being asked as part of a public consultation which is now drawing to a close. The Square Roots project looks at what ways the Minster can help residents in the parish, and people have until Saturday when organisers will be collating information. Erica spoke to the Reverend Canon Andrew Dodd.
The church does lots of social action projects that we're really proud of, but it's all very well thinking that we've got a good idea and carrying it out, but we need to really test that and find out, is this actually serving the needs of the community here? Everybody's interested in trying to find funding for various projects, but for me what's really important is how we use the people and our volunteers here in our churches and the partnerships and networks that we have, and how we really use those to the best. And of course, how we use this building here, Grimsby Minster, which we want to be open and available to the public to use for our projects, but also as we think about the future of other buildings, perhaps what we do with the rebuilt St James's House, for example.
Well, I think it's great, then you get some input, don't you, of what people really want. It's all right sitting at home and saying what you want, but you need to be out here and telling people what you would like.
You've got to go out and speak to the people about what they want and all the rest of it. If you don't, you're just sitting on your backside doing nothing. You've got to have some input from the people.
because otherwise you're just getting one side of a story and not everybody's opinion. No, I think it's a good idea.
People are already telling us lots of things about need in this particular part of town. Mental health issues, issues to do with debt, things like family and parenting, and cooking on a budget in austerity times. It's about how we can respond to people in need. So we're getting lots of ideas, and I hope that people watching Estuary TV and will engage with the consultation. If they look on the website for Grimsby Minster on the social action page, they can find a link so that they can follow the survey. And we want to hear from as many people as possible about what they think we could be doing here in Grimsby.
And if you have a news story you'd like the team to cover, then please contact us via our social media pages or call 01472 31 553 or 315561, or alternatively send an email to news@estuary.tv. The Freedom Centre in Hull is a community building that hosts a wide range of events. This year they're celebrating their 10th birthday, and as part of that they're holding a talent contest. Joining me are the judges, Debbie Matthews and Tony Forrester. Debbie, Tony, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Tell me first of all, what is the Freedom Centre, Tony?
Freedom Centre is a community facility that's in the heart of Preston Road communities on the estate. It's a building that occupies lots of services that the community can come and access, from advice, events, there's a cafe, there's a minor treatments area, there's an adult education in there. We run lots of events for families to come and access on weekends and special events.
Sort of function spaces and performance spaces, things like that?
Yeah, lots of that, yeah.
And how important is it, Debbie, to the local area? How valued is it?
It's very valued, and it's incredibly important to the local area, which is the reason why we became involved at James Legal Solicitors. We want to put something back into the community, and this seemed the perfect opportunity to do it.
Emphasise that that's James Legal Solicitors as opposed to the other kinds.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You've got 10 years you've been going. How did the centre start?
The centre is a flagship project from the regeneration of the NDC.
The NDC?
It was a new deal for communities. Originally there was so many communities that was given funding to regenerate the area, and the Freedom Centre and the Village Centre was born from that regeneration money that was given, and it's what the community asked for, so it was built.
And it's proved a success?
Absolutely, yes. We run a legal drop-in service there, which has proved phenomenally successful. So we kind of bring legal services to the community for people that may be a bit reticent coming to a law firm.
Well, this is an important thing because people think going to law or having law is always going to be horribly expensive, and everybody immediately thinks Jarndyce, and it all gets Dickensian, it all gets horrible, and
yes, absolutely.
Somebody winds up going to prison,
right.
Which is just simply not true. You can get access to the law under which we're all equal perfectly easily by the sorts of services you're offering.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we offer family, wills, probate, litigation. There's the property, everything you can think of. So we bring that service to the community, which has proved really successful.
What sort of legal problems most often come up?
Well, it's a wide range. I'm a family lawyer, but there's people with landlord disputes who want to find out if they've got any rights. Many.
Tony, you're celebrating this 10th anniversary. What's happening?
Well, through the year we've done quite a few special events. We have all the major events like your Christmas, your Halloween. We have a carnival. But this Sunday we've got a competition that we run every year called the Junior Wow Factor. It's for under 16s and it's a talent competition.
The Wow Factor?
Yeah.
It almost rings a bell somehow. It sounds like something else.
Well, yeah, slightly. I think they might have been copying off us, I think.
I guess I'm sure they were.
But this year we've added a new element to it. We're calling it the Sing with the Stars, and what we've done, we've invited some local singers who sing for a living off the circuit to come and mentor the children with the first songs, and then in the second part of the show they will duet. And that's where James Legal come in. They offered the prize for the duet section.
These are the professionals, as it were, local professionals coming in to teach the kids how to do it.
Yeah, they're going to mention them on the first songs, and then the second half they'll do a duet with them for points to go towards the prize.
You could almost call it something like Judges' Homes.
Yeah, could do.
That's an idea.
We tried.
What are you going to be looking for, Debbie, in talent? What are you going to be
apparently
spotting?
the talent is very good. Tony has told me the talent is really good. Yeah, it's very good. So I'm just looking for something a bit different.
Something original, something
different.
not just copying off the same old tunes that we've all heard before.
That's right. Yes.
And what else is going on, Tony? Apart from within the talent show, is there any other kind of acts that you can do?
The Wow Factor is taking place this Sunday, but the following week we have a big Christmas light switch on that people can come and get involved in.
Tony, I have to stop you there. We'll talk about that after the break. Please come back then when we will be finding another poocher home in Dog of the Week. We see what happens in the classrooms that is enterprising. And we'll have all the latest sports news. Welcome back, you're watching Estuary News. Still to come, we hope to find another lovable dog at home in Dog of the Week. We see what happens in the classrooms when people are enterprising, and we'll have all the latest local sports news and results. And Debbie and Tony are still with me talking about the work of the Freedom Centre in Hull. I stopped you for the break there. You were talking about switching on Christmas lights.
Yeah. The 27th of November,
right,
at 7 p.m. on the village centre outside the Freedom Centre, we'll be switching on our Christmas lights. We decorate the whole village centre full of them. We have an outdoor stage. We've got a Bublé Christmas tribute guy coming down to sing us into the new year.
Michael
lights.
Michael Bubble.
Yeah, we've got obviously the winner of the Junior Wow Factor will be performing, as well as some other guest singers.
And
so it's
when,
a really good day. And the market.
And I should get in, where and when is the Junior Wow Factor?
It's at the Freedom Centre, and it's on this Sunday on the 22nd, and it starts from 2 o'clock until 6.
Brilliant trophy available here. This is the Under-16s Wow Factor.
Yeah.
Some lucky person's going to be taking this home. You're judging the duet, though,
That's
aren't you?
right, yes. We're judging... Well, I'm judging the competition, but James Legal was sponsoring the duet section and giving a £200 prize.
So this is serious money.
It's serious money, yes, and it's a wonderful opportunity to change, and to put something in.
Absolutely.
So it's absolutely, we can't wait for Sunday.
Well, I'm sure it'll be brilliant, because as you were saying earlier, the amount of local talent there is that's undiscovered is amazing. I sometimes think there are all these people who are making money out of warbling away or doing anything else that seems skillful, and yet there are loads of undiscovered people who are just much better at it, but they've never had a chance to go. Anyway, Tony, what else is the centre doing in the run-up to Christmas?
Well, at the Freedom Centre always specialise at Christmas in families. We, from Halloween right through to New Year, we just everything's about family. We've got a pantomime coming up, Jack and the Beanstalk. That's from the 14th, 15th, 16th and 17th of December. It's only £3.50 a ticket. So that means the whole family can get together and come. It's not a huge expense. And we sell about 4,000 tickets for that. They're asking for tickets in the summer so they can make sure they get the tickets. It's an amazing event.
4,000?
4,000 tickets we sell every year for that.
And so that's over several performances, of course.
It is, yeah. We're bringing the schools during the day, and then the community come on an evening, and they come with the grandmas, the uncles, the aunties. They all come as one big family, and it's so good to see them all coming down the runway with all the families together. It's amazing.
You taking part in this pantomime, Debbie?
Well, I haven't been asked yet. I wonder what
sure
part would I play?
You could play Jack. It would be.
Oh yes, I could certainly.
But it's well. Anyway, let's say that you're going to turn up. Anyway, you'll be.
I will turn up.
You'll be
and you're very much supporting it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the future of the centre, Tony? You've had a good 10 years.
We're forever looking for new services to give to the community. We're a building that houses so many things, but we're always on the lookout for something that will, a bit like James Legal coming in.
Absolutely.
They work alongside Citizens Advice Bureau, and it's a perfect combination. But we are a building. We can't deliver these services ourselves. So we, you know, if somebody's got a service they can offer community, they can come in, and we'll help them to set up in there and offer this service.
Where do you get your funding?
The fund, it's a self-sustainable building, to believe it. The whole village centre, we own the whole site, so rents are paid into the centre via the offices and stuff, and we recycle that money back into the community.
So you're a landlord, effectively?
Yeah.
And do you keep the rents down as much as possible? Because we've been reading so much about housing, shortages of housing, and how expensive housing is, even in our area.
Yeah, I think it depends what kind of service you're bringing in. If the service is beneficial for the community in a big way, then you know we'll always help you out with the rents. But I presume they help them out with the rents to keep them low, so the service can remain in the area. But we have things like the NHS that use our site, adult education. Hull City Council will have offices and stuff on our site, so it all goes to keeping the running of the building going.
So it's a busy old area.
Yeah.
Very quickly, just to remind us once again of the dates of the Wow Factor. Either of you.
22nd of November from 2 o'clock.
Sunday.
And you can get tickets from the free
2 o'clock
if you want
in
to
Hull. And what's the address of the centre?
It's 97 Preston Road, HU9 3QB.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you both so much for coming.
Thank you very
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The number of people in the UK running their own business is at its highest level in 40 years, and programmes such as the Apprentice capitalise on this popularity. Now, Healing Primary School in North East Lincolnshire has started teaching its pupils about business acumen by making and selling their own products at the school's craft fair. We sent Dave Nunn to pick up some new skills.
It's something that wouldn't sound out of place on shows like The Apprentice, making and selling products at a fair. However, in Healing, this task is being given an educational slant, as pupils at Healing Primary School are making their products and competing against each other to make a profit.
That's what it's based on, really. The children, they research products, they design, they make it, they evaluate, they advertise, they make labels, they price the products so that we can make a profit. So yeah, it is based on the Apprentice.
And it is quite competitive between the classes. Sort of each of the classes is actually trying to make the biggest profit that they can.
For the school, part of the reason for setting the task is to teach the pupils in a non-traditional way. The task of marketing and selling products requires English and math skills, and the children are learning these subjects in a different and enjoyable way.
It is a very important part of the curriculum in terms of it, the mathematics and the reasoning and problem solving that they're developing is actually helping them in real life situations, and they see the purpose of it and get excited about it. So it's creative because they're excited.
They don't necessarily realise that they are doing English and maths because it's all for the purpose of selling the product, and they're so excited about doing it.
These pupils have been designing and making everything from lip balms to cookie mix, and they say they've enjoyed learning many new things.
Well, I've learnt that you can make a lovely decoration for Christmas in a different way with a sock that you normally wouldn't think, oh, let's make a Christmas decoration with a sock.
Well, I think I've learned how to be a team more, and like how to work together, and more like design and technology things, just how to like make stuff.
I've learned how to like mix things together and melt them properly, because say if you melt it a bit too much or you use something that you shouldn't put in the microwave, it could like explode in the microwave.
The teachers say while learning business acumen isn't on the primary school curriculum, it's a valuable skill to teach children as more and more people are becoming self-employed and making good careers out of it.
I think you have to look to the future generations as the children get older. There'll be a lot more people that have their own businesses. It develops entrepreneurial skills and children understanding about the wider world.
I mean, yes, we are preparing children for their futures, and futures in business can be really, really exciting. We want to awaken children's enthusiasm for it as early as possible.
Now it's time for Dog of the Week. Can you give this canine a home?
Dog number 225 is a male staffy, apparently dumped in Twigmore Woods. He's got a lot of scars on his face, so he's got a few war wounds. He has been treated by the vet, but apart from that, he's a very, very nice natured dog, and he's also dog friendly.
Over now to the sports news.
It's third versus fourth in the National League on Saturday as Grimsby Town travel to Eastleigh. Here's Assistant Manager Chris Doig.
It's as long as the lads who find themselves out of the team, you know, respond in the right way and don't go in huffs and have their bottom lip tripping out. If they respond in the right way and work hard, then it creates a good atmosphere amongst the squad, which is what we've got at the minute.
Hull Daily Mail reports that Sam Clucas insists there's fierce competition for places within the Hull City dressing room, ensuring there will be no let-up in the club's promotion push at Bristol City. Steve Bruce's side face a team on Saturday after returning from an international break, hoping to pick up where they left off after producing 5 consecutive wins to climb to the top of the table. And 2 of Grimsby's top female boxers are set to lace up their gloves in Sweden. Kirsty Hill and Alicia Lewis from Grimsby Boxing Academy are jetting off to Gothenburg to take part in the Golden Girl Championship starting tomorrow. The 3-day event will feature some of Europe's leading amateurs. And that's all from the sport.
That's it for tonight. If you have a news story, then please visit our Facebook or Twitter pages. Details on the screen. Email news@estuary.tv or phone Grimsby 01472 31 55553. Until tomorrow, good evening.
Estuary TV weather, sponsored by Rix Petroleum, your local family-owned heating oil supplier this winter.
Hello and welcome to Estuary TV's weather. Friday, bright or sunny spells, but scattered showers will spread from the northwest during the morning. The showers turning increasingly wintry on higher ground, feeling colder as strengthening winds become northwesterly and a maximum temperature of 8 degrees. Outlook for Saturday, much colder with some bright spells and maybe even some sleet.
Rix, servicing the region's oil boilers this winter from a name you can trust. Get in touch at rix.co.uk or call us on 01482 838383.